Aha! Yes, here we go again with another situation that this government went ahead and created. Then they tried to foist it upon the people to make it seem as though it was some accident or pandemic or whatever they're trying to say. Coronavirus, we're coming at you. Number one, from the outset of this video, let me go ahead and say that I believe you should follow me on all of the social media platforms that I have. Subscribe to my YouTube, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter. Like me on Facebook and whatever else you see with my name on it that's under my platform. Go ahead and subscribe, like that. And also click the link in my bio to go ahead and snatch that book. Point number two, relevant but not relevant. Do you like the stash? Yes, I'm serious. Let your brother know because I'm not used to it. Number three, you can relax. Don't panic. This government has a very good way of scaring people who are ignorant, which happens to be virtually all of us after a certain point or up until a certain point. So right now, let's not be ignorant so that we cannot be scared so easily with nonsense. Now, let's go ahead and delve right on into this because many of you are sitting down right now. You got your pen and your pad ready. You're recording it. Some of y'all are in your truck. You're driving. You're listening to me right now. Some of you are in front of your classroom showing this video to your students. And I appreciate you absolutely for doing such a thing. And also for those of you who are medical students and or a doctor, nurse, RN, etc., make sure you pay very close attention because you have been lied to as well. And some of us know and understand that. I know. But because you took the Hippocratic Oath, as a part of that Hippocratic Oath, a heavy responsibility and duty that you have to yourself and the people is that you educate yourself. Even when your institute of education does not give you the answers or the truth upon which you need to help the people with the sicknesses that are affecting us as a people. So you have to take responsibility to educate yourself because this government is not going to tell you the truth. And remember, the people actually do rely on you for the answers. Not everybody's watching certain people's channels. Not everyone knows the truth or the answers. Not everyone knows naturopathic doctors, real doctors who would just tell the truth, really. So you have to be very, 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 very certain to know that people really need you to know your stuff. And what's funny is you're probably asking yourself, well, who is this guy? Who is Rizza? What qualifies him to know anything about the coronavirus? What qualifies him to speak on any type of topic dealing with a medical area or anything dealing with the body or biochemistry, physiology, anatomy, etc.? What qualifies him to speak on this type of situation or topic whatsoever? And my question to you is, well, I guess you just want to listen to this guy right here by the name of Bill Gates, who has no medical background whatsoever. He actually was a college dropout, and his area of expertise was in computers and a small amount of law. But you listen to him, and why is that? Because he has money. Yeah, I guess some of us just like being pimped. Unlike Bill Gates, your brother Rizza, is not into pimping the people. I'm actually into doing the independent research and going to the source of these things and questioning the people who are the medical professionals and those who want to have a little more integrity to tell the truth about it and then bring it to you. So I ain't got all the money that he got, but I damn sure think I'm a little bit more qualified when it comes to speaking the truth about it rather than lying to you. That's all. Also, you can go ahead and research all these facts that you're receiving right now. Coronavirus is a virus in a family of viruses. It is not one singular thing. It is quite plural, meaning there are multiple of them, and it has absolutely existed for decades. Definitely, and definitely. Word corona itself means crown because there are multiple points on the headgear, just like there are multiple types and kinds and variations of the coronavirus. Very plain and simple. Because when you look at the coronavirus under a microscope, it looks like a crown and the points are coming all off and around it. It's like the point that this coronavirus is far different, far more advanced, far more mutated, and I would argue far more genetically advanced, genetically modified, and enhanced. Just like AIDS and all these other different things. And they specifically married this corona strain with 4 strains of HIV. Hot damn diggity dog, America, you done did it again. Yes, the same HIV, human immunodeficiency virus, which causes AIDS, acquired immune deficiency syndrome, which prevents the body from being able to fight off diseases because it's attacking the immune system. This strain of the coronavirus just happens to have a high affinity for the testicular area and or the reproductive cells. Interesting. Well, Brother Rizza, what you're telling us is this strain of the coronavirus not only is attacking the immune system, but it is also going directly after the reproductive area. The same way AIDS was used to be targeted and passed through primarily the sexual organs. And you know what? Big shout out to the United States Bioweapons Division over in Fort Detrick, Maryland. Big shout out to you. Had to give credit where credit is due, seeing how you have a lot of things to answer for as it pertains to this, and also seeing how it's going after the reproductive organs, and that would be preventing the reproduction or the perpetuation of human beings, and therefore that would be not only populating, but it would actually be depopulating. So So could the coronavirus be in some way connected to the world depopulation agenda, co-sponsored by Bill Gates, co-sponsored under Dr. Henry Kissinger, who was the 32nd Secretary of State under President Richard Nixon and Gerald Ford, in something called the National Security Study Memorandum 200, called Global 2000 under Jimmy Carter? Is it depopulation that they're going after with this? We should understand by now is that AIDS was no accident, and neither is this strain of the coronavirus, this new one. It is not an accident, but I know that the airwaves and the different platforms are flooded with all of the problems dealing with the coronavirus. So I'm not going to go ahead and waste any more time dealing with the problem and how it was created, manufactured, who it's targeting, etc., etc. People are saying, well, if you have more melanin, it's not really targeting you. And that actually is partially correct, but I want to go ahead and just go straight to the solution so that we can understand exactly how to get rid of this, to get out of this, and prevent this, because it is not even as bad as the common flu. So you're not going to be dying from this no time soon whatsoever. And if you go ahead and follow all these different steps or access one of these different options, 5 or even 10 of them, because I'm going to give you at least 20 solutions to handle the coronavirus, I think we'll be all right. Not one of them will be a damn vaccine, so don't even get it twisted. Oh, wait. Quick honorable mention. Yes, I saw the news outlets when they were talking about it in Washington, people getting infected. In California, a few people got infected. A few people in Georgia now got infected. Listen very carefully. First of all, in Georgia, that is where the CDC is, so everybody around there should be perfectly fine, right? Because that's what the CDC is, and that's what the scientists are saying, that it's perfectly fine, and their vaccines work. Yeah, you shouldn't be tripping, right? But even though in that same area it has a lot of STDs all up in Atlanta, but the CDC is in Atlanta. God damn it, if y'all don't pay attention. It's not funny. It's just so, they're just really that evil. They're just really that evil. Oh, solution number 1. Everyone needs to understand that the ultimate cure for the coronavirus, yes, I said cure. I'm not a doctor, so you can't take away a license you never gave me. So I'm going to say cure right now, is the immune system being strong. So you must understand that 70 to 80% of your immune system takes place in the stomach, in the gut, in the digestive tract. So you must have a clean, strong digestive tract. What do I mean by this? Number 1, you must do a cleanse. Most of us currently right now in America have between 6 to 40 pounds of fecal matter stored up between your colon, your small intestines, and your large intestines. And that is what is helping to fester and create mold and create an environment where parasites can eat and you can become sick and sicker. You got to get rid of that. How do you get rid of it? You must do a colon cleanse. You must have a cleanse all the way through your colon. There are multiple cleanses. You can type in herbal cleanse, natural cleanse for the colon, natural colon cleanses. Many different things you can do about that. And also, if you feel like you are overweight, if you feel like you're too lazy, you don't have the energy, there's so much you just can't do, you don't feel like doing all these colon cleanses or whatever, then you can get something called a colonic. That's up to you. Next, what you want to do is you want to get at least half a gallon minimum of water a day. And I'm talking about minimum, because this will help to flush out the different toxins, flush out virtually everything so that your body can have a cleaner area, so that if you do come into contact with a coronavirus, influenza type of situation, anything like that, it will not stick because your body will have enough moisture to roll it off. But here's the next point. Yes, washing your hands does work, but what is more important than simply washing your hands is making sure that your hands are thoroughly dried. Make sure you dry them thoroughly. And also, for those of you who use hand sanitizer, be very careful with how much hand sanitizer you use, because your epidermis, the upper layer of skin, can be kind of eroded and burned off if you use an excessive amount of alcoholic hand sanitizer. So just be very careful with how much you're using with that. Remember, I said that the ultimate way to handle the coronavirus is making sure you have a strong immune system. That's pretty much the easiest and the only real successful way of handling virtually all viruses, is making sure your immune system is in tip-top shape, extremely powerful. So let us go ahead and go straight down an entire list of immune boosters. This is what we're going to go into, and these are all affordable. Some of these things you may have heard of. These are very simple. It's not like Brother Reese this time is some genius. I'm just a brother putting this stuff together so that you can get it in one video and then go to the store, go in the cupboard, go to your family, wherever, to get this so that you can use it right now. So pay attention. Get ready for this list. And one more thing. For those of you who are putting the masks on and you don't have the coronavirus, that's primarily working for people who have it and don't want to pass it on, rather than people who don't have it and don't want to receive it. So you can wear it. It's up to you. But just just build your immune system. All right. Number one, start to eat more bell peppers. That is green, red, and yellow. They help to boost the immune system quite readily. And you can eat those closer to raw more than anything else in your salads. Bell peppers, red, yellow, and green. Start to have essential oils included in your tea. Essential oils in the air that you have by putting it in a cup of boiling water or a container of boiling water, just a few drops. Eucalyptus oil, peppermint oil, multiple different ones regarding essential oils. And also make sure you start to burn sage, because that kills about 90% of the bacteria within the air, coronavirus traveling through the air, etc. Make sure you burn some sage as well. Start to include spirulina, chlorella, and neem powder in your smoothies, in your juices, in your protein smoothies, etc. Those are all very good immune boosters. Absolutely want to start to include ginger if you do not already. And if you do, make sure you increase it a little bit. But while you increase that, increase your intake of water as well, because you do not want it to have a negative effect on your intestines with having too much. Okay, so make sure you have more ginger. Do your best to get as close to raw ginger as possible. Boil it in what is called a ginger hibiscus tea. Learn how to make ginger hibiscus tea with lime. Ginger hibiscus tea with lime and agave nectar or raw honey if you can find it. If you can find a place that has the raw honey, those are different things that you can make that tea as a very good cleanser as well. It's actually so good and so effective that if you drink a little too much of it on an empty stomach, it can give you diarrhea. So be careful with that. I highly recommend that you include navy beans in your food. Navy beans for bean soup, navy beans if you want to make burgers, navy beans, period. You can blend them. That's why we sell bean pie. Y'all think we're selling you some sweet pastry just to taste good? No, we're actually giving you about 80 nutrients in that one bean. It is self-digesting, it is anti-radiation, it is anti-aging, it has over 80 nutrients including manganese, copper, magnesium, calcium, all the different minerals. Navy beans. Start to eat navy bean soup. If you can, I recommend at least a cup of bean soup every day. That will help tremendously with your immune system and your overall health. Book How to Eat to Live 1 and 2 is something that I recommend you all get as it pertains to not just the foods to eat, but also how to prep certain foods. And it goes over another solution, which is one of the ultimate ones as well, with building the immune system, which is fasting. Fasting will help to rebuild and reconstruct your entire immune system, along with your overall physiology and anatomy as well, as it pertains to your digestive tract, your skin, your bones, your muscles. Fasting helps to increase the body's natural cells, the human growth hormone, everything you can imagine. So, How to Eat to Live, book 1 and 2, get that. Start to eat a lot of berries. Berries. Start to eat more pineapple. Raw pineapples. Stay away from the canned pineapples as much as possible. Raw pineapple. Get used to eating papaya. Want to eat more watermelon that is seeded. Locate and find seeded watermelons. I recommend you go to the farmer's market. Google farmer's market, type in your city and state, and go to the nearest one where there are local farmers who farm and have non-genetically modified, organic fruits and vegetables. Make sure you go and do that. And as a matter of fact, just as a note on that specifically, for my family, let's just say for the family who is on EBT, if you have food stamps, okay, just to be honest, right, it is what it is. If you have food stamps, use your food stamps and go to the farmer's market. Most of them accept EBT, number one. Two, if you don't go there, go to Sprouts and Whole Foods if there is not a black-owned grocery store or market near you. All right? If there's not a black-owned grocery store or market near you, Sprouts, Whole Foods, they have decent selections for a lot of these different things that I'm giving you right now. But use your EBT for health. Do not use it for the junk food that's killing you. All right, please. Remember, we're talking about building the immune system right now. All right, and because a lot of people don't understand, the coronavirus is primarily affecting those who are elderly and those who have a compromised immune system, meaning their immune system has been affected. They have some kind of infection already, a lung infection. They have some type of STD that's infecting them or affecting them heavily. And those who are elderly, their immune system is breaking down already. So the people who are being infected primarily are those who are elderly or those who are sick in some way, shape, or form. So just make sure your immune system is strong, but eating the junk food is what is going to mess you up. Also, you want to cut out fried foods. I know y'all going to get pissed off in a second. You're going to have to cut out as many fried foods as possible. And that does mean fries. Like literal fries.